There are secrets that Uber Eats drivers must not tell our customers. And I get it right now. You're thinking, I know them all. But I'll tell you what, you only know two of them. And on a different one, you actually don't know the real reason why behind that. Overall, this video is going to be full of nevers and don'ts. I generally don't like to do that. I want to teach you things that are positive and help you. This topic will help you though, because it's going to protect your livelihood. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Number one, and this is so infuriating, and I know as drivers, you already know this, so just refrain. Trust me, you're wasting your time if you share this with the customer. You don't ever want to tell the customer that you don't actually get to see their comments until you start the trip. After you've picked up the food, you're already in the car. And a lot of times we're already on the road headed there. So I'm not going to go back and randomly see a comment that says they want extra ketchup or mayo. And there are times, clearly, if I do have time and I haven't left yet, I will go back in and try to pick it up because I want to do my best for the customer. But overall, you're wasting your time if you feel the need when the customer's a meet at door and you tell them, or even leave at door and you're texting them the reason why you don't see the comments. It's just a waste of time. You're better off to get back on the road and do another order. Now, all of us know just a small percentage of customers use those comments to scam, basically, to get something that they want from that restaurant for free. Or if they just couldn't figure out the ordering, they think if they put the comments in there for the driver, that we're going to go back in and ask the restaurant to change the order or substitute something. That just causes problems. As drivers, we know that. And look at just the few seconds it took for me to share this with you. What a waste of time. If you're telling that to the customer, you could already be on the road accepting another order. So don't waste your breath. There are another small percentage of customers that use those comments to basically let us know how we can serve them with white glove treatment because they're so important and we're there to serve them. So if you get frustrated and try to vent your frustration at don't treat me that way, it's not going to go over well. And the side effect is they're going to take away your tip and give you a bad rating. So in that moment, it may make you feel good to complain and let them know what you really think. Just don't do it. Instead, get back on the road, get another order, and move on. The time that we spend trying to explain things to the customers, that's just one customer. And we're going to see them many times throughout the weeks and months ahead. They're just going to have to learn on their own. So as drivers, don't waste your time. Overall, thankfully, most customers are just fine. They're restraining themselves to just using the comments to say, meet me at the door, a special location, giving directions that are helpful for us to drop off the order. Or they're just going to say, I have a dog that barks, so please don't knock on the door and don't ring the doorbell. That's it. That's mostly what most customers use these comments for. So please share in the comments below right now. I've just given you the first of three. I'll bet you think you already know them, and we're going to find out if you're right. And if they are different, that's going to help all drivers who read these comments. So thank you in advance for helping, and let's move on to number two. The second secret that you must never share with the customer. I'm in an area right now with a bunch of apartment complexes. It is so frustrating. You know the customers are being lazy. They live in hard to reach places or hard to find places, and they're ordering heavy items or multiple bags of things, groceries, whatever it is, because they know they're relaxing at home watching TV. We're the ones that are going to have to carry everything, try to find them, lug it around. There's only stairs, no elevators, or there's security that you have to get through. Basically, the pain, the frustration is on us, the driver. They're just relaxing at home, knowing that you are going to bring that order. And if you take the time to tell them what you really think, they're definitely going to give you a bad rating and take away your tip. And yeah, in the short term, you probably would feel good because there's been some times that I am so perturbed, just sweating, things fall over. I do have a wagon in the trunk and I use that. If I didn't have that wagon, I'd be really upset. So instead, just relax. Enjoy the process that we're there to get that order to them. Just recognize in advance that it's probably going to be a brutal delivery. And once you've gotten there and you realize, oh, they set me up. In fact, this one time in an apartment complex, this guy knew that they were doing construction in the streets. They were repaving. He was tucked away in his apartment down a street that I couldn't readily access. So I had to park about 2 blocks away. Again, I'm so glad I have my wagon. He had multiple cases of drinks and other things. So I had to lug that the whole way there. And it was during the summer, so it was really hot, much hotter than it is right now. Let me tell you, I wanted to give him a piece of my mind. He knew exactly what he was doing. But you know what? I just smiled and said, oh, here's your items. Thank you. And I was making small talk and being friendly. Deep inside, he knew what he was doing, and he did it on purpose. But hey, we can't show our frustration to the customer. That's going to impact our livelihood. The third secret that you must not reveal to the customer. We all know it, and if you don't, you do now. Don't share this with the customer. Uber Eats does not care about the drivers. They don't care about us at all. The slightest thing that goes wrong, they're going to deactivate us and get rid of us, and there's 1,000 more ready to take our place. If you spend your time sharing this information with the customer, it's not going to be very productive. You may educate them, but that's just 1 out of 1 million customers. It's really not going to make a difference. Plus, if we were really dead set against this, are you already on other apps? So that if we drive away customers from Uber Eats, you're going to be on the other apps already, ready to make some money. You can see that, yeah, it sounds good, but really, it's going to hurt us, and it's going to hurt the customers in the long run. There's very little that we can do to show our frustration with the company. And if we're venting to the customer, again, they're going to take away our tip, and they're going to give us a bad rating because in their mind, we represent Uber Eats. They don't have time to hear about our personal problems because we choose to work for the food delivery app. And yeah, that gives us flexibility, which is good, and potentially low pay. And we're going to get right into that next. The fourth thing you better not do, and trust me on this, I've been doing part-time food delivery going on 7 years. Never, ever tell the customer that they need to tip more. The internet is full of videos that don't go well. Sure, that driver felt good saying it, but it makes the rest of us look really bad. Don't do it. Instead, realize those customers are paying a ton of fees. Do you know that Uber Eats charges those restaurants 30% more to use their service? So what do you think Uber Eats does? Of course, they're going to raise their prices 30% that the customer pays. Next, the customer pays a fee to Uber Eats to use the platform, and they're paying a delivery fee. Here in California, we have Prop 22, so they're adding money onto that too. So overall, that little McDonald's order, kind of like what I did recently for my son and I, got this double quarter pounder meal, and then it had a buy one, get one free with some chicken nuggets. That was $30 by the time I tipped a few dollars and that entire order to be dropped off. $30. Come on. I should have went down and got it myself, but I enjoyed the convenience of the order. And as a driver, I know about those fees. I guarantee you that driver didn't make $30 or $15 or even $10 on that order. I think he probably got, I'll say $3. And with my $3 or $4 tip, that made it worthwhile. If I was just tipping $1, that's borderline not worth it. So overall, you need to put yourself in the position of the customer. If they're ordering their food and they have all these fees, in their minds, they know that you're taking care of as the driver. They don't know that Uber Eats really doesn't pay us that much. And really a lot of our income comes from tips. So overall, if they're ordering a order that they know is, say, normally $10 and they're paying $20, why would you expect them to tip very much? If anything, I know they're doing that dollar tip as the feel good, hey, I tipped. But in reality, I think most customers are only tipping anywhere from $1 to $4. I'm so excited anytime I get a $5 tip or more. That's really good. And I appreciate customers like that. So again, you can see from the time that I'm taking to explain this to you, if you were sharing this information with the customer, what's the lasting benefit? You're wasting your time. Instead, get back on the road, do another order, and make some more money. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of hearing a lot of nevers and don't do this. You know what? We're food delivery drivers for Uber Eats. We're excited to make some money. Wouldn't it be nice to know, how do you know which orders are profitable? So if you want to hear things like this is full of yes and do this. I have good news. I've made a video teaching you how to only take profitable orders. That way you can dedicate your time completely to making money instead of wasting time and risking your livelihood with bad reviews and tips taken away should you challenge the customer with how you really feel. So watch that video next, and I'll see you there.